Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture on Introduction to Entertainment Electronics and Microphones. In this lecture series, we are going to study the electronic devices that make our daily lives more enjoyable by providing high quality audio and video experiences. Think about your daily routine. You may wake up to the alarm on your smartphone, listen to the music while traveling, watch television or YouTube videos, and attend online classes, make video calls, or watch movies with your family. All these activities involve entertainment electronics. These systems combine different branches of electronics such as analog electronics, digital electronics, communication engineering, semiconductor devices, and signal processing to deliver high quality sound and visual experiences. Entertainment electronics has evolved tremendously over the past few decades. Earlier, people used bulky televisions, cassette players, and film cameras. Today, we have smart TVs, wireless speakers, Bluetooth earphones, high-resolution digital cameras, streaming devices that provide excellent performance while consuming less power and occupying less space. In this chapter, we will study the important devices used in entertainment systems. We will understand how microphones convert sound into electrical signals, how loudspeakers reproduce sound, how modern display technologies such as LCD and LED work, how optical storage devices like DVDs and Blu-ray discs store information, and finally how digital cameras and camcorders capture images and videos. Let us begin with the first device, microphone. A microphone is one of the most important input devices in any audio system. It is also called an input transducer because it converts one form of energy into another. Specifically, it converts sound energy into electrical energy. Imagine you are speaking into a microphone during a seminar. Your voice reproduces sound waves that travel through the air. These sound waves strike a thin, flexible diaphragm inside the microphone. As the diaphragm vibrates, these vibrations are converted into electrical signals. These signals are then sent to an amplifier, recorder, computer, or communication system for further processing. Without microphones, modern communication systems would not be possible. Mobile phones, laptops, smart speakers, hearing aids, conference systems, public address systems, recording studios, broadcast stations, and voice assistants like Alexa or Google Assistant all depend on microphones to capture sound accurately. The quality of the microphone directly affects the quality of the recorded or transmitted audio. That is why different types of microphones are designed for different applications. Now let us discuss the first type of microphone, carbon microphone. The carbon microphone is one of the earliest possible microphones developed in the history of communication systems. It was widely used in telephone systems because of its simple construction and ability to generate relatively strong electrical signals. Inside a carbon microphone, there are tiny carbon granules placed between two metal plates. One of these plates is connected to the diaphragm. When the sound waves strike the diaphragm, it vibrates and changes the pressure applied to the carbon granules. As the pressure changes, the electrical resistance of the carbon granules also changes. This variation in resistance causes the current flowing through the microphone to change according to the sound signal. In this way, sound is converted into an electrical signal. Although carbon microphones are inexpensive and easy to construct, they have certain disadvantages. They produce more electrical noise, offer lower sound quality, have a limited frequency response. Because of these limitations, they are rarely used in modern electronic systems. The next type is crystal microphone. A crystal microphone operates on the principle of the piezoelectric effect. Certain materials such as quartz and Rossel salt generate an electrical voltage whenever mechanical pressure is applied to them. Inside the microphone, the diaphragm is connected to a piezoelectric crystal. When sound waves strike the diaphragm, the crystal experiences mechanical stress and immediately produces a corresponding electrical voltage. One major advantage of the crystal microphone is that it produces a relatively high output voltage without requiring an external power supply. It is also a simple construction and lightweight device. However, crystal microphones are sensitive to temperature and humidity. Because of this, they are not commonly used in modern professional recording applications. Even though carbon and crystal microphones are now largely replaced by advanced microphones, studying them helps us understand the evolution of microphone technology and the different methods used to convert sound into electrical signals. And next, we'll study the most commonly used microphones today: dynamic microphone, condenser microphone, ribbon microphone, and wireless microphones. We'll also discuss their characteristics and learn how to select the right microphone for the different applications. Previously we have discussed many microphones. Now let us continue with the dynamic microphone. It is also known as moving coil microphone. It is also one of the modern type of microphone. This is one of the most commonly used microphone because of its simple construction, durability, and reliable performance. It operates on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Inside the microphone, there is a lightweight diaphragm connected to a small coil of wire called voice coil. The coil is fused within the magnetic field of a permanent magnet. When sound waves strike the diaphragm vibrates. Since the voice coil is attached to the diaphragm, it also moves inside the magnetic field. According to Faraday's law, whenever a conductor moves in a magnetic field, an electromagnetic force is induced. As a result, an electronic signal corresponding to the sound is generated. One of the biggest advantages of a dynamic microphone is its ability to withstand high sound pressure levels. It is also rugged, requires no external power supply, and performs well even in outdoor environments. Because of these advantages, dynamic microphones are widely used in stage performances, classrooms, public meetings, religious gatherings, sports events, and public address systems. Now let us move to another important microphone known as condenser microphone. A condenser microphone works on the principle of variable capacitance. It consists of two closely spaced conducting plates. One plate is fixed while the other plate is flexible diaphragm. When sound waves strike the diaphragm, it moves slightly, changing the distance between two plates. Since capacitance depends on the distance between two plates, the capacitance changes continuously according to the incoming sound. This varying capacitance is converted into an electrical signal using an electronic circuit. Condenser microphones are extremely sensitive and can capture very soft sounds with excellent clarity. They provide a wide frequency response and very accurate sound reproduction. However, unlike dynamic microphones, condenser microphones require an external power supply known as phantom power to operate the internal electronics. Because of their superior sound quality, condenser microphones are widely used in recording studios, podcast production, radio broadcasting, television studios, online content creation, and professional music recording. Now let us study ribbon microphones. A ribbon microphone contains a very thin metallic ribbon suspended between the poles of a permanent magnet. When sound waves strike the ribbon, it vibrates inside the magnetic field. According to the principle of electromagnetic induction, this movement generates an electrical signal. Ribbon microphones are well known for producing warm, smooth, and natural sound. They can reproduce fine details of musical instruments and human voice with a higher accuracy. However, the ribbon is extremely delicate and can be damaged by rough handling or excessive air pressure. For this reason, the ribbon microphones are mainly used in professional recording studios where they are handled carefully. Now let us discuss wireless microphone. As the name suggests, a wireless microphone doesn't require a physical cable between the microphone sound. Instead, it contains a small radio frequency transmitter powered by the rechargeable battery. Next, let us briefly discuss the important characteristics of microphones. And the first characteristic is sensitivity and the frequency response, output impedance, directivity. It is also called as pickup pattern. Some microphones capture sound quality equally from all directions. They are all called omnidirectional microphones. Others capture sound quality from front while rejecting the unwanted background noise. They are called directional microphones, are widely used for speeches and stage performances. So in this lecture we learned the microphones that are essential input devices used to convert sound energy into electrical energy. We studied different types of microphones. and also we studied their working principles, advantages, limitations, and practical applications. Finally, we discussed the important characteristics that help us select the appropriate microphone for different situations. In the next video, we will see input devices and output devices. Thank you.